It's tragically fallen to me to address the bombast of British labor. When Israel bombed the hospital in Gaza, at first they troubled to deny it. Now they're bombing every hospital. There's no hospitals left in Gaza. They bombed a hospital in Yemen yesterday with the help of Donald Trump. So the epic cynicism, the idea of clearing out the hospitals, the schools, and committing genocide to get oil reserves in Gaza is writ large on the screen of human history. So the denial of the epic cynicism behind the idea of releasing AIDS, then through trickery making money by sucking on the victims, is writ large. And how it operated was through Paul McCartney's conspiracy at Carnegie Mellon University with Granger Morgan to occupy media to tell a story that they had scripted, which Oliver Stone said was psychologically consistent with Jimmy Crow. And the symbolism of it was Van Gogh, that I made myself deaf. I did it to myself. This was a very important operating principle in the AIDS attack. And it echoes through Donald Trump's telling people to snort bleach during COVID, because the people who Peter Gabriel and Robert Fripp, British Labor, championed with the help of Seattle, Washington, were people who forced drenched rags with inhalant with paint thinner like Flow Glow and put it over my face as a child. And they said, you Van Gogh, you did it to yourself. When the Black Panthers got involved, it was like, so what about Gaza? That's not our fight. You do it to Congo all the time. The Pittsburgh NAACP doesn't trouble with the issues pertaining to public school children's safety in the least. When it comes to the truth, they call it interfering with their plan. But the epic cynicism is covered up by saying a dishwasher is too greedy. He wants $7 an hour for his labor. And this is the way they justify failure to warn, encouraging the disease to spread, and empowering the principal assassins. Now, we know that the evidence shows that Reagan was behind the script of Gail Burstyn, and so was Donald Trump. The evidence shows that. I'll give you an example of the evidence because it's very important to understanding the situation as a whole. Reagan's attorneys for Mount Desert Island, who were namesakes of Netanyahu's and Kushner from the Federal Emergency Management Agency of Pitt, had me in D.C. the day he claims he was shot. He waved to me the night before and they gave me a brochure that read, "There's no such thing as objective reality, only what the jury believes." So there was an element of planning and Hollywood magic in that. It was Reagan's alibi, and he was taunting me like a dare. There's your evidence. It's very simple and straightforward, and it really happened. So the idea of the Van Gogh, Donald Trump went to Butler. Butler is where they made films that clearly dispel any idea that anything other than terror was involved in the way that I was kidnapped and pedophiled as a child. Because the movies that they have in Butler show an extremely traumatized, stricken, comatonic child who was me being held custody in the filmmaking labs of hardened pedophiles. That's plain and simple. So Toon says you did it to yourself, and he pulls his Van Gogh, and it's like, haha, there's no such thing as objective reality, only what the jury believes. But the bombast of British is to say, oh, the deep state tried to kill Toon. He's victim like JFK and Reagan. McCartney has all his money on Reagan because Lennon stole the bird. And people don't even trouble to trace the evidence that Lennon was behind all this. It was the Mount Everest of media to claim somebody was killed who wasn't. There's no such thing as objective reality, only what the jury believes. And they sit around cheering their own defeat by the Japanese from World War II working with Adolf Hitler's fascist romance with Hollywood. And it's plain and simple. The evidence is perfectly clear. And the bombast is to deny it.